Hello YouTube, it's me, Brittany. In today's video, I'm going to talk about surgeries you can have, and we're not just going to talk about male to female like myself. I've done some research and I've looked up some female to male surgeries. Some of them you're going to know about, some of them we're all going to know about. Some of the things I've learned while doing some of this research is that boys just don't have it as good as us girls when it comes to the options for surgery, which is kind of frustrating for me to read about and learn because that makes me kind of sad. But there are options available. We're going to talk about the boys first, but first I want to just let you know this is just informational. I am not a doctor. If you are thinking about getting any kind of surgery, please go speak to an actual doctor. This is just some research that I've looked up. I know tons about surgeries about the male to female for myself. So if you have any questions, please feel free to ask. Even if you're female to male and you have more questions, I can give you the resources that I use to look up some of this information. And honestly, I'm not sure if all of this is the information. I looked up for the main basic surgeries for both boys and girls, and I'm just gonna throw them at you. First, let's talk about facial surgery. This can be done for both male to female and female to male. They can just alter your face, but I will tell you that hormones work to do this as well. So if you are not like super dysphoric about your facial shape and all that stuff, and you're willing to wait patiently while HRT does its work, you will see how much hormones will actually alter and shift your facial shape through time. So all of this is an elective surgery, so this will also be an extra expense if you're looking to get kind of facial surgery or anything like that. So that's another reason why I kind of frown on it. Once again, it's ultimately your decision what you want. So just take what I say and throw it out the window if you want. I don't really care. I just want you to know what's available for you. I know that male to female have what's called like a trachea. I just forgot the name. I wrote it down. But anyways, they're gonna shave your Adam's apple down just in case you need it. I've been lucky enough to not have to need that. So, but I do know some girls that have had that, and they really love it. Anyways, like I said, we're gonna start with the boys. One of the benefits for you guys is that you do have the ability to get some of these surgeries on Medicare, and basic healthcare insurance will cover most of these. So like some of these you're gonna heard of, like a mastectomy, which is the removal of the breast tissue, but it's also they can contour the chest to be more masculine if you'd like. So it's not just a removal of the breast, it's also contouring and shaping of the chest to make it look more masculine for you. I know a lot of trans men who have had this done. This is probably one of the most common procedures done for trans men. So and it's not dangerous at all. Actually, mastectomies are done for cis women all the time, for health reasons, of course, unfortunately. So like, if that's something that you're interested into, definitely look into it. And I know that this is one of those ones that is possibly covered by Medicare in most states. So look into that as well. The other one that you're going to have heard of before is called a hysterectomy. This also is covered in most states in Medicare as well. This is a removal of the uterus. Excuse me, I'm going to look at my notes, which means I need to put these glasses on. But it's also can mean a removal of the cervix, the ovaries, and the fallopian tubes as well. I'm just going to keep these glasses on because I'm going to look at my notes more than once. So, and this is something that's done in cis women all the time. So it's not a dangerous procedure at all. So if this is something you're also looking for, I like to call it a hysterect. Give it to me. I would love it. Unfortunately, I'm too old to have a child now, but if you'd asked me 15 years ago if I could transplant a uterus into me and have a baby, I probably would have said, yeah, let's try it. Now I realize how expensive my vagina is going to be, and I'm like, let's not ruin that thing. Anyways, this other one is the one that I'm going to say wrong because I'm not a doctor, but it's called a medoidioplasty. It's also called a meadow. So it's not so common. I've personally never met anyone who's had this procedure done. I have heard the term meadow used before, and I don't know if I'm saying it right or still, but basically what this is they move the clitoris out and down a little bit to make it appear to be a penis. They can also enlarge it a little bit as well in some procedures to give it more of a penis look that you're looking for. However, they say that if you are eventually going to get phalloplasty, which is the next one I'm going to talk about for you guys, it's not recommended to get a meadow. If you ask questions to me, I promise you I can give you a lot more of the resources on these two things that I'm about to talk about now. I'm just going to give you a basic run over from what my understanding is. And like I said, I am not a doctor. I am just giving you information that I looked up for myself and that I've wanted to share with any one of you else that thought, just maybe wanted to use it. But anyways, the next thing is called a phalloplasty, and you're probably already guessing what this is, but this is a construction of the penis. My camera almost fell. We're good to go. Sorry. Had to catch that. That was close. Anyway, so back to a phalloplasty, which is a construction of the penis using tissue graft. This is where I feel like you boys get kind of robbed because this is a construction of a penis, yes, but how usable and functionable is this penis going to be? That always varies, and it's also a risky procedure. All surgeries down there are going to be risky. So and they got different things to look into. So please talk to a doctor. But some of the other things they can do with this is they can actually do a uroplasty and a scrotoplasty, which is where they will move your urethra into the penis that they make as well, and they'll give you the formal of a scrotal sac so that you look like you have testicles. And then there's also the they can put in an erectile device, which would give you some functionability, but from the research that I've looked into, it's not going to be ideal to what you're probably expecting. If you have major dysphoria issues and you need to have this done, I mean, please look into it for health reasons for yourself. I don't want you to be unhappy with your own body, but is this result going to be what you're ultimately looking for? Look into that as well, because as I look into what female to male surgeries look, I feel kind of bad with how actually good that male to females have it, which I'm going to talk about now, because male to females can get breast augmentation. Those are pretty easy to get. A boob job can be done in pretty much any state without any kind of qualms. I mean, you don't even have to be trans. I've seen lots of drag queens with boob jobs, and they live their normal day as men and then just work as drag queens full time. Hello, Las Vegas, I'm talking to you. Anyways, some of the other surgeries, like I said, we've talked about facial surgeries for female to male, or sorry, for male to female. I personally don't believe in them because my hormones have worked. If you see, like, this is 6 years on hormones, and it has altered my face to look very feminine, in my opinion. Another popular one is called an orchidectomy. This is a removal of the testicles. This is an okay thing. I almost had my own orchidectomy done myself. However, I was advised against it. If you're planning on getting vaginoplasty in the future, I do not recommend you getting an orchi at all, because an orchidectomy is once it's going to heal the skin and it's going to make it a lot tighter down there, which means making and crafting a vagina later is going to be a lot more difficult. So if you can suck it up like I did and be like, all right, I'll put up with these dang things a little bit longer till I can get my vagina, it's gonna be 100% worth it. These other two ones, I don't recommend. They're very unlikely. If you're getting vaginoplasty, you're definitely not going to get these two. But one's called a scrotonectomy, which is basically a removal of the scrotal sac and everything. I've seen this done. I've seen pictures of this before. There's a reason why this is a definite no-no if you're looking for vaginoplasty, because it takes a lot of that skin away that they would use to make the vagina. So you would just definitely not be able to make a vagina at all in a certain amount of time. The next one is called a vulvoplasty. I'm probably not saying that right, but it's basically a faux vagina. Excuse me, Megan's about to join us. My cat just jumped onto the counter, and she's about to join us. Let me move her before she gets out of control. Anyways, I did not hurt her. She likes to be thrown. A vulvoplasty is like a faux vagina. So it's not going to have any depth to it, but it will make an appearance of a vagina. Once again, if you're getting vaginoplasty, you're not going to want this at all. The next thing is actual vaginoplasty. This is what I'm working on. I will definitely send you to my SRS checklist surgery to learn more about what this goes on with this surgery. But that is basically the construction of a vagina, and all those things. Megan. Sorry. And once you have your vagina, then you can also obviously hopefully be happy. That's my ultimate goal. Anyways, I'm gonna let you go because she's not gonna be stopping me now. Anyways, I love every one of you guys. Please subscribe to my channel if you like these videos. If you have questions, feel free to ask. I will always answer and help you guys the best that I can. Once again, this channel is all about helping you guys and giving you information. Eventually, I will start talking about myself a little bit more, but we're gonna get out a lot more information before we get there. Anyway, guys, I love you all. Please subscribe, and I will talk to you later. Bye-bye, everybody.